reside in the permit or to accompany a resident of Nigeria as a dependent. Upon the commencement of SEPAC project in 2002, only 8 production centers were established in the country. Now, the federal government has approved 28 new additional SEPAC production centers and also commissioned 28 operational vehicles donated by a private firm in the
reports that this was the consensus at the International Conference on Human Trafficking within and from Africa held in Abuja.
The United Nations Office on Drugs and Crimes estimates that about 20 million women and children are trafficked around the world in various ways, either for sexual or labor exploitation, with 55 of women and girls and over 5.5 million children. In furtherance of the global
Northeast. This is the core message from the Minister of Budget and National Planning at this year's Nutrition Week, with the theme Nutrition as a...
Their inputs, especially the outboard engines and things like that.
The fish farmers are optimistic that if more of the coastal communities are encouraged to key into fish farming imports.
Some projects to ensure that the citizens are mobilized to a common cause and that their capacities are enhanced.
The Community Strategic Framework 2016 to 2020 builds on the Regional Strategic Plan that lasted between 2011 to 2015. In Lagos, Jennifer Igwe, NTA News.
On to security matters now. The Nigerian Police Lagos State Command has subjected its men and officers to one-week training on
utmost care and diligence. The Lagos State Police Command promises to consolidate its partnership with the Police College to ensure that the firearms training for its personnel is sustained. In Lagos, Musa Toliat, NTA News.
Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Ibok Ibas, has emphasized the need for constant training in the Nigerian Navy to achieve desired goal of providing security. This was contained in a message delivered to mark the maiden graduation ceremony of Command Level Course 1 at the Nigerian...
We urge the Navy to ensure that it continues.
Highlight of the ceremony was the presentation of certificates to graduating officers. A total of 22 officers made up of 15 captains and 7 commanders participated in the 4 weeks training course. In Lagos, Rotimolu Agbemi, NTA News.
And those are top stories. Back to Ogechi, who has more reports in Abuja. Ogechi.
Thank you, Abdullahi. Insecurity, attitude of the political class, delays in amendment to...
Yet a number of drawbacks still impede INEC's progressive success with every election conducted. But the Commission's strategic program of action and policy guidelines, garnered through coordinated engagement of all critical partners, is expected to ensure seamless execution of all tasks ahead of the Edo governorship elections.
Preparations are ongoing. We're worried initially by some of the rhetorics that are coming out from some of the candidates and their supporters.
And welcome. About 20,000 entrepreneurs are to benefit from Kano State Government's microcredit scheme. At a flag-off ceremony, Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje says this is part of measures to support micro, small and medium businesses. Abdullahi Mustafa has the details.
The high volume of activities in manufacturing and buying and selling is what makes Kano a major commercial hub in West Africa. In addition, millions of people in the state engage in other businesses, most of those in this category.
The aim of the courses is to continue to produce disciplined, obedient and dedicated soldiers that to be proud of in line with the vision of the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai.
I wish to reiterate that you will be the reference point of your commanders, colleagues, superiors, subordinates in your units.
About an hour from the junction of Kano State Secretariat to Police Command roundabout and finally terminating at the office of the Zonal Commander. Bulus Darwan is the Zonal Commander.
The essence is to make our staff keep fit, and from what I have seen today, all of them are fit. We didn't have any casualty.
Apart from the weekly aerobics exercise, the jogging will be a monthly event to keep the officers and men fit. In Kaduna, I am Muhammad Marajingi, NTA News.
And with that report, it's back to you, Ogechi, for more on the Nationwide. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. You can watch this news live online via the NTA mobile app, which you can download on your Android device at the Google Play Store or at the Apple Store if you use devices with iOS. This is Nationwide on the NTA Network service. Let's now pause for some messages. The report continues shortly.
We formed the APC from day one with the intention of changing the direction of Nigeria. We believe Nigeria is an African power and can be a major powerhouse in world affairs. But to do that, we need to change our direction.
It can be done. This country cannot be written off. It can be done. And this country will still lead Africa. We're making steps, slow steps, moving on. I mean, it took the Americans 200 plus years to get where they are. We're moving.
The Great Green Wall Initiative, impact on drought, desertification and agriculture. This is the focus on Tuesday Live as experts cross-examine the issues. NTA Tuesday Live, incisive, educative and informative. Join us.
Hey, listen, he's not cursing you. He's speaking English.
This week on your award-winning comedy series, Professor John Bull, starring Kanayo Okanayo, Mercy Johnson, Queen Wokoye, Funky Malam, Bimbo Akintola, Oguz Baba, Ime Bishop, Yomi Fash Lanso, MC For God, Stephen Odingbe, Junior Pope.
I took to his heels.
Special guest appearances by Mama G and Sunny Danger.
You see, it's not like that. I'm trying to I want you to be my Nigerian wife.
Professor John Bull, fasten your seatbelts this Tuesday and Friday, 8:30 to 9 p.m. on NTA Network, International and Star Times. It's absolutely bombastic.
Over and out. The largest data network, Glow, Grandmasters of Data. Come to Sharon Ultimate Hotels, Abuja, the ultimate place to be.
If we have lost the opportunity of 15 years, let us no longer lose any opportunity for the future. Our alternative is agriculture immediately and solid minerals.
We should be appreciative of the president who has again diverted attention to this issue of agriculture.
The present administration is determined to go back to planning, identify priorities.
Management of affairs, where people can dip their hands in the purse without appropriation. President Muhammad Buhari said he wouldn't do so. Immediately, the 2016 budget, which is his own budget, start taking effect, being implemented, there will be small ease, because he's going to implement from the directive he gave us He said, make sure that all we budgeted for, unless if there is no money, must be fully implemented.
Abdullahi Musa Suleja reports that the DG also said that the state of Nigeria's currency, companies and industries will change for good as the economic policies mature very soon. As Nigeria grapples with the current economic recession, experts are suggesting the need for reduction in interest rates and the injection of funds to stimulate economic activities in the country. They made their submissions on ways to stabilize the economy while on NTA's Current Affairs program. Good Morning Nigeria, Gufon Shaji reports.
Minister of State Budget and Planning Zainab Ahmed is optimistic that policies and programs put in place by the government would go a long way in rejuvenating the economy.
We have at the very beginning recognized that there is a need to push the diversification of the Nigerian economy away from the monoproduct to agriculture, to solid minerals. We have taken steps to improve the business environment so that more investments can be made.
Attention should be given to the manufacturing sector, even as progress is being made in the agriculture sector. In Abuja, Gufan Shaji, NTA News.
Still on the economy, Nasarawa State government is to benefit from the World Bank Rural and Agricultural Development Programs. The programs Rural Access and Mobility Project, RAMP 2, and Agricultural Development Project are geared towards improving lives of rural communities as well as boost food production. Abari Solomon reports.
Other areas Nasarawa State government is seeking for the collaboration of World Bank are Youth Employment and Social Support Operation, YESO, as well as Education Performance for Result, P4R. Nasarawa State Deputy Governor Silas Agara at the meeting explained that the state government has made adequate preparation for the smooth takeoff of the program and assured the bank of robust partnership. He said already 50 million naira has been earmarked for the second phase of Community and Social Development Program, CSDP, with a renewed plan to reposition the agency for effective and efficient service delivery.
We are again very grateful for your intervention, especially in the Health System Development Project 2, the Community-Based Urban Development Project. We are still yearning for more.
World Bank Country Director Rachid Ben Masoud said they are willing to partner government at
party that believe has delivered dividends of democracy to the people. The leaders of the various traders associations and other individuals said Governor Adams Oshomole has been detribalized in his government, providing a conducive environment for them to do business.
I'm assuring you that tomorrow is going to be better in the APC. We are ready to support the democracy. Today we are being abundantly out. Let us be
Mr. Godwin Obaseki, while thanking the traders for endorsing him, said he will run an all-inclusive government and implement policies that will take businesses in the state to the next level.
He said, are responsible for the drift in the culture of Nigeria to include religion and culture itself. He maintains that culture can either be used positively or negatively, pointing out that no matter the cultural fidelity that has given rise to people's subjugation, history shows that sooner or later there will be a recovery of the people's culture.
Today, that cultural revolution is viewed with bewilderment by the uncritical extremes of its victims. Its iconic pretension is the justly reviled canon of war.
Professor A.D. Iragbe, in his citation, described Professor Wole Soyinka as the first African to be so honored with remarkable achievements.
A man of impeccable integrity, power, uprightness, forthrightness, and dependability.
Some of the participants described the lecture as inspiring. They were art exhibition and drama sketches in honor of the eminent lecturer. In Benin, Siblona Nwaokolo, NTA News.
Following the 2016 flood forecast by the Nigerian Meteorological Agency, NIMET, the Delta State government has taken steps to forestall any eventuality during the last lap of the rains. Elo Agbra has the details.
In order to avoid a repeat of the devastating 2012 flood in Delta State, measures including the opening up of
some persons that we later discovered were foster parents to the young girl, and she was being fed in the cage. She was made to defecate in the cage for a long period of time.
Also paraded was a part-time student of a tertiary institution in Ondo State, Chukwudi Oweniwe, for killing his girlfriend. Others are being held for offenses ranging from robbery, stealing, impersonation, and
initiating people-oriented projects that will not only fast-track the growth and development of the state, but also enhance the people's standard of living. Let's now join Sokoto Network Center, where the government has withdrawn 38 indigenes of the state studying in Dubai University due to financial crunch. Zainab will bring us details of this and more. Hello, Zainab.
And welcome. Sokoto State government has withdrawn 38 indigenes of the state.
Deputy Governor Ahmed Aliu Sokoto says the committee was able to ascertain payment flexibility of each of the identified institutions in Dubai. In Sokoto, Osman Mohammed Benji, NTA News.
The National Youth Service Scheme has been described as one of the veritable tools that helps in unifying Nigerians, irrespective of their backgrounds. This came to light during the inaugural
Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs and other intervention agencies to render services that are geared towards human and infrastructural development in the region. She was speaking during a visit to the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Pastor Sani Uguru Sani in Abuja. She commended the ministry's developmental program, especially for the youths, stressing that government is all about the people and public service is the only contact that most citizens have with government. A view strongly shared by the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs as he urged Servicom to lend his voice in advocating peace in the Niger Delta. He stressed that the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari remains committed to its developmental strides in the oil-rich Niger Delta region. As such, the destruction of existing developmental projects in the area must stop, as growth can only be achieved through a non-violent approach. The visit to the ministry is to, among others, solicit support for the ministry's Servicom unit and also launch the office service charter. And to global tidbits now, Zambia's Constitutional Court throws out election challenge, affirms incumbent President Edgar Lungu as winner. This and more on global tidbits with Gabriel Odi.